In two different Supreme Court cases, the Biden administration was sued for suppressing Americans' freedom of speech online. The High Court found in both cases that the Biden administration did in fact suppress speech, and this led the House Judiciary Committee to launch an inquiry into the mechanisms of government speech suppression. They heard testimony from multiple state attorneys general who sued the Biden administration to defend Americans' First Amendment rights online. Among those testifying before the Judiciary Committee were Missouri Senator Eric Schmitt, Louisiana Attorney General Jeff Landry, and Special Assistant Attorney General Sauer. In his written statement, Sauer spoke of how the Biden White House threatened social media companies behind closed doors into complying. This included censoring speech by medical doctors, disease experts, and trusted organizations to accomplish what the Biden administration wanted. He quoted a deputy assistant to the president who said that the orders to censor Americans to fit the Biden administration's whims came from, quote, the highest, and I mean highest, levels of the White House. He also said the federal government routinely engaged with social media content moderation departments to silence speech that would get in the way of the Biden administration's goals. His testimony concurs with the evidence uncovered by the Louisiana Attorney General's office. The office sued the Biden administration over the aptly named censorship enterprise that was used to give Biden what he wanted. Attorney General Landry told the committee that, quote, in our lawsuit we have uncovered a censorship enterprise so vast that it spans over a dozen significant government institutions, including the White House, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, the Department of State's Global Engagement Center, and the National Institutes of Health. One example he described was the coordinated suppression of the now-supported lab leak theory, which the Department of State originally brought forward as the origin of the coronavirus. In fact, Landry stated Dr. Fauci himself was made aware that the virus originated from gain-of-function research. But Fauci instead got the respectable journal Nature to publish a fake study titled The Proximal Origins of SARS-CoV-2 to head off a propaganda campaign against the credible evidence. He testified that Dr. Fauci reviewed the drafts of the study 7 times before he accepted it, and it was published shortly thereafter. While the Supreme Court ultimately upheld the decisions of the Biden administration in violating the Constitution and suppressing free speech, Justices Gorsuch, Alito, Barrett, and Thomas all dissented. Justice Thomas wrote the dissenting opinion, which stated, quote, because the government has not made a strong showing that it has a statutory authority to issue the rule, I too would deny a stay. What remains to be seen is what the consequences, if any, will be as a result of the Biden administration's actions. Thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, please consider supporting us at buymeacoffee.com/morningwoah.